Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, a little 360. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Come on, let's go. Flex round.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing again, Cunningham. And some room to roam now. And now to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out, because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Shrugs him off. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. And this one is incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there, and it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A good pickup there, a 22. First carry for the 5-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. LaDainian Tomlinson, 58 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. On first down, Stafford here. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit him over the top.
And Gronkowski's got it. Complete over the middle. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Stafford on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage, to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
And the pressure gets to him again. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
We know it's tough enough to pick up 1st downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
A shotgun snap for Stafford, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try to...
And it's caught. Touchdown. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover it? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they've got it here with a first down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Tomlinson again, a first down carry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, it's Tomlinson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero, nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
And he will find his man on the outside. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Again, it's Tomlinson fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, Cunningham. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to the running game. It's Tomlinson. And some room to work. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Cunningham. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come with it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Stays on his feet. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
First down, Cunningham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Off the play fake, Cunningham. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys have got it back at the close. Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's Jackson. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw on 3rd down, Young. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense. 1st down and 10. On 1st down, it's Stafford. He's got his running back, LaDainian Tomlinson. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They stay on the ground. Tomlinson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3-and-out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand. Same way, just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Looking to throw. Young. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Gone! Let's go! Over!
Young to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. He'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15 that time. And it's good enough for a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 57 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll run with LT to begin the drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters. And this is what he's always had. And that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On the run, this is Jackson. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. They run again with Jackson and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll run it with Jackson, and they'll get him down right about the 20. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
On the ground, this is Jackson. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now Young to throw on 2nd down. His pass caught at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, it's Jackson, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there, taking it in from 2 yards out, and his guys have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. On the counter, it's Tomlinson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. Now it's Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. It goes as a pickup of 23. And it's good enough for a Jacksonville first.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen. They turned into a really nice play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Stafford. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And Thomas has it. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And that is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Here's Young. Off play action. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Throwing is Stafford. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Flushed out right. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Right side caught by Jackson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on him man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Stafford on 3rd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Stafford looks to throw again. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Telvin Smith from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Back to throw, Stafford. And he fires one incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Back to throw. Young, he's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And it's third down. A.J. Boye, by many accounts, a top quarterback available in free agency this offseason. He showed why there.
Has excellent length. You saw it there helping defend against the deep ball. Started 2015 down on the depth chart in Houston. Now he's one of the top corners in the league, now in Jacksonville.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Young now, off the play fake. He's going to float this one deep right. And got his man, complete. Touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Play clock winding down. Stafford now to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now a first down throw. Stafford looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jackson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Thomas will come in motion right. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. In motion right is Thomas. On first down, Stafford here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Thomas will come in motion right. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Ray Lewis not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve his...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 20. It's a foot race.